Hello! Hello! I'm starting late because I had a bunch of stuff I needed to do. I needed to finish a few things and then I'll start. One moment, please. Right, I'm going to do the, excuse me. I'm doing the advancement for the Qatari, and then that's about it. Oh, not it. I'm gonna try getting Tempest. Scream! The serpent jumps about joyfully. It appears that the Kitara excavation efforts is proceeding swimmingly. Speak with Chakura Quads and see if there is anything you might do to lend a hand. Oh, Dudrak! You'll be happy to know that the charm your friend fashions for us works most splendidly. We've been able to reach deeper depths than ever before. And thanks to you, the restoration of the first Stella is all but complete. You simply must see it. We'll also be pleased to know that the relic and records that turned up in our subsequent trip below confirm that the interpretation of history that you espoused was indeed and indubitably true. We came upon many ritual instruments in the temple below. It seems that in the Empire's earliest days, the Ronkins were often individuals chosen from the race as they conquered as living sacrifices to the gods. Markings on the first stela depicts just such a scene. But this is not simply a cruel and callous tradition. Once these conquered people were recognized by the Ronkin gods, were welcomed into the Ronkin society, and given a chance to serve the empire and live peaceful, prosperous lives under its auspices. It is a somewhat chilling tale, but must be grateful to our ancestors who gave their lives that we could follow the might and a brighter future. But to think I am only alive today because my forefathers spilled blood. It is a bit to take in all at once, but I'm sure I will come to understand. But our work is far from done. Indeed, in our exploration we have found what appears to be a entrance leading an even deeper level of the cave. I have little doubt that the remaining stela is lie further below. I have sent a team below to conduct a preliminary investigation before we began the next phase of excavation in earnest. I trusted scout role. Our role shall have here to give her report any Master Kirill, I bring news of below, news that I fear is not good. Again, I swear if the Itari did not have rotten luck, would have nothing on the fault at all. Oh, no, what do you find down there? Entering the second we came upon a shrine to our protector, Oxtalan. It appears to have been ravaged by beasts that lurk below, but still it stood after all these years. Shrine, you say? No doubt it was erected by our ancestors, most likely to ward off some great danger that lurked further below. This was my thought as well, Master Kirato. a cave in, a flood. Here's some creatures from below. We're too fear strictly to press onward. Not knowing the banner of calamity might befall us. But we must press on somehow. Can we not appeal to Dallin somehow? That he might protect us as we delve further? Indeed, perhaps there's a suitable control of the occasion. Sadly, if there is, I fear it's beyond my knowledge. I think I know of this who could help. Ah, yes, indeed, the Vis are none of, if not well versed in rank and tradition. One with the hair with color of night, Master Lania, was it? I hear she was lived as long as 10. Gitari, yes, I'm certain she will have knowledge that will serve us well. Long lived are they. The wisdom they have passed down generations doubtless rival that which our ancestors recorded. If anyone can help us, I dare say it is them. Good, Drake. Pray take me to Fano at once. I'll meet this Master Lanila, and I must partake in her knowledge of ancient drunken rituals. Alright, let's go talk to the lady. And go catch a fish for her, I believe. Gudrak, you grace us again with your presence. I will be out on a journey all day now. Yes, as soon as I decide where my destination will be. We have heard rumors the Kitari have turned to the Great Wood. Do not expect to receive a visit so just seeing you bring back memories of old times. Memories? So you mean that you knew my ancestors? I am older than you might think. You, my little friend. Anyhow, the answer is yes. Have you heard the name? Siporo Topo. She was a close friend of mine and would come calling often to exchange news of the wood. Siporo Topo? Cool. I do believe I saw the name on father's family tree. But if I recall correctly, she was my great grandmother. It was that long ago, was it? How quickly Even years fly by, still I am Martin. Martin. For many years of the flood, I fear we will not see one your kind again.
Sorry, I have to do something.
And you, Gudrak, welcome back to Furlough. What brings you to us this day? I see. Our Kitarian friends seek to discover their history and reclaim the knowledge and lore of their ancestors, an admirable goal. Indeed, and doubtless not a simple task. We will be honored to lend you our aid and reforge the bonds between our peoples that were so strong in the days of Ranka. Now, do you tell me more about the tunnels you're exploring? My dear sister has quite a weakness for ancient Rankan ruins and 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 relics. You see, to tell the truth, I had been planning to relieve the Great Bird on a journey of the realm. But if the Kitari proclaim my aid, perhaps I will postpone my departure. Just stay a bit longer. Scream? Well, It would seem the Great Serpent smiles upon our partnership as well. This is auspicious indeed. Master Lin Lan Lani Lani and Lani Lani. What knowledge of the Kitari lives are here? Fauna. Very little, I am afraid. The story I can remember. The tales I can remember. Hearing from my dear departed friend, I know more. Sadly, the precise details of Kitari rituals and rites and rituals beyond my recollection. And yet I do recall she once mentioning that Kitari prayers to Ukdalen were remarkably similar in form to our additions to Xmaya. It's not so surprising, perhaps, given how closely are connected in these days. Tuesday, if we were to teach you one of our traditions, mayhap you can adapt it for your own purposes. You would do this for us? Gladly, old friend. But first, we will need to prepare a simple altar for performing the rite and find ourselves a suitable location. The liver and blood of the ancient beasts together were a small giant's claw, a rare crustacean that lurks in the chill water of Lazloth. I know the ways of the beasts of the hunting to me. As for the final offering, I suspect Gudrak would have little difficulty acquiring. Yes? Excellent. In the meanwhile, I will teach the ritual to young Chandur here. The time and the passages were the passages into the Eternal Lodge. We will accompany you ourselves, but alas. Don't worry, my good master. Here, I will learn and the words and gestures well, and Dalen will hear our plea. Just you wait and see. You're a spirit, one child. Before Ron, Marcelan and Ila is a strict taskmasters. Yes, forgive me, my friend. I will do my best. Anyhow, let us all reconvene at Soul's Topple when we are finished with our allotted tasks.
water. There we go.
I was wondering where you... And I was wondering where you might... when you might return, Luther. Have you found the offering that we require? Davis, believe this will suffice as an offering to Dalin? Anyway, so it. As soon as Chakul and pieces arrive, we will begin the second phase of the expedition. Excavation. Why? Just look at all the Kitari scrambling about. I had heard they were industrious people, but to see it with my own eyes is impressive indeed. Hail and well met. I'm Fiona of Van Au, and this is my sister, Siuna. We have come to assist in the ritual of which your son has doubtless told you. Greetings. Please accept my apologies for us so close to your village and without properly paying my respect. I fear I've quite occupied my duties here. There is no need for that, friend, as we should apologize for our sisters who gave you such a fright upon returning home. As you may well know, our people are strong. We're strong friends and allies in the Master Ranka, Days Ranka. It is our hope to reforge those bonds in the present day while you require anything of us but say the word. Anyways, single track here, we'll see have offerings needed to proceed with the ritual. Do you remember all the Master Laniva taught you? He taught you? But of course, I said the words over and over 100 times on the way here. I'll do your Master Lanila and my people proud. I will hope so, my friend, my son. Very well, let the dig begin.
Sometime later. Hey, there's another one. Itilath and Chakul has safely returned from their investigation of the tunnels.
I cannot say for sure. Found a second sleigh, but I fear, much as the last one, proves too massive to carry to the surface. Oh, wrong one.
Just as we were pondering our next course of action, the armored-clad fellow arrived and out a mighty scream. Precisely. While I cannot confess to fully understanding the import of what it is said, I can only surmise that the serpent once again wishes for us to call upon the wisdom of ally Zaranka. The ally of Ranka. But is the and restore Stella to its erstwhile form. And yet much as last time so weathered to small degree. I have my thoughts about what they signify, but I will hear Sun's theory first. What do you say, Chakura? Well, let's see now. One mark was clearly a device knocking a bow, and I would some semblance of a Kitari its arms seemingly held in the air. The image of a Visang, a Kitari stone. How fascinating. Just as the first sled depict our history with the Rankin Empire, now these markings tell the first encounter between our two people. Having befriended the beloved Rankins, our people met and the Vis skilled basically. So please, for our ancestors today, their arms up in the air in glee. What a most optimistic interpretation, my. And I feel it's a logical to read the stone different way. Doubtless the Vis came upon our ancestors, small and square, around the forest, and mistook them as for prey. Facing arrows pointed at their hearts, our ancestors took up hands in sheer terror. So it was that the Vis comers to the wood came into the mighty Rankin Empire. Our legends tell of how the goddess Exmaya guided our people to the forest, but say little of what awaits us upon arrival there. As far as we can say, both theories are more possible. Still, I would hope to believe. No, I would say no more. It will behoove me to stick my nose in matters of Kitari legend. I agree. Kitari history should be written by Kitari themselves. Then that we are pleased that we are able to contribute to your cause in some small way. We'll return to Fawn Owl, but please do not hesitate to call upon us again. But it's much catching up to do between our people. Once again, it seems find ourselves a choice to be made. Scree.
And then just to the optimist, or even the most likely is the other one.
Yes, Gudrek. You cart upon us your wisdom. How are you inclined to interpret our history?
Actually, I just didn't want to read right now. My voice is gone, and it's late. Alright, now to start.
Time to go to the MSQ. Well, well, look, who's back from the dead? Aye, it was a grim sight. Companions look fair ready to drop when they brought you in. So I offered to help a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend, I fear you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. Then they told me an evil bastard went and snatched their poor Exarch away in the midst of the chaos, the wretched, wicked wight. What is this world coming to? Bah, but owning never solves a thing, did it? Nah, hey, it's times like these that we Christarian folk stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Irmor is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery fates deem fit throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was worried sick about you, a healer, wringing her hands in not a sight. Ever wish to see. Let me tell you. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you, even Spag. Spargeric. Chirurgians were forbidden from within making visits. Green was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure for your condition. I worry to see their face grow ever more haggard every time they pass through the crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake and they come to see your sweetie. Please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. Ah, and our own Orin has been to better. I'm afraid he hasn't left the cabinet. Too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another.
Damn, wrong. Cabinet of Curiosities. Oh, whoops. You're going the wrong way.
Confound it. This says the same thing as last mayhap. I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Gudrak, it's truly you, and no some figment of my imagination. Gudrak, oh, but this is wonderful. It would seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for wisdom to explain the most fearsome conundrum. Why would all the light ones defeated has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no difference. No definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus I feel is absent all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I am hoping the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Cats may while leading, staring as in preparation for battle. Though against what foe, we are not yet certain. I'll pay her a visit next. I expect seeing you upright would be a most welcome relief.
Oops.
Kojak alive and well, I see. You've given us all a proper fright, you know. That, on a day gone by, I haven't had folks worry about what become of you or the Exarch. Anyways, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have you have a better look at your equipment. If we'd be able to provide you with a better weapon or sturdier helmet, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. Such, I've kept busy consulting each other on forging techniques and designs, and that means if you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but to experiment with different patterns and materials, I'm not sure we have that kind of time.
Sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Greetings.
Greetings, Gilmar. Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he?
My servers are distraught enough as it is, and I don't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that, I'm thinking of absent genius and his... His epiphanies are a perfect answer to this predicament of yours.
And by genius you mean old Ganroff. He is a man of unrivaled gifts. I won't argue with you there. That's what good does his talent do us if we can't really find him? No one's seen him nor heard of Gandalf since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he matches into another. He'd probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in Slate's creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking.
That does make things difficult. Still, if the eccentricity is some destined to me. If that eccentric is someone destined to meet, AJ show up soon enough. But my time at the bar, and it's a tale I've heard told of strange encounter, and if a few of them stretching the truth just a bit.
We'll keep our nose to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Generalf, it'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliant rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all tell when you're fully recovered. I'll let you go back to the sink.
Before you do that, you've actually done I came here in the first place. I didn't suggest partaking in stock until you're probably well. If you're passing near the stairs, then I have a regular who's eager to see you. I'd best be getting off just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean you have to follow suit now, is it?
Here. Can't forget the heart upon which the city was founded. Or the Exarch might not have much of a home to return to.
Decline.
Kujak, are you alright? I think a return to your sick bed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. Tandem sky doesn't make for the most soothing sight, it seems, but the Exarch often look to stand there and feel wind upon his face.
Okay, I'm not going to Tempest today. Oh.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine.
Ah, shit. I'd rather people knew.
If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then. As I thought, what happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie. Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle. It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Ilmeg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them. What? Don't give me that look! Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Dear beloved sapling, you are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue. You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
I actually get on top of that.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can. Neat.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an honor. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I am happy to share, but I fear there will be surprising revelations. As some in this city will tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion, and untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. The Crystal was being constructed. He allowed folks to tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions on us, but what? No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons past, the comrade of mine was asked the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said because one crystal tower vanished as suddenly as it arrived.
Oh, is there something else you needed? If you've come for the result of my research into the persistent light, I am afraid there's little to tell as of yet. Recording pretending pertaining to the Exarch. Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history. That is what interests you. Ahem. Less than a decade has passed since the coming of the flood when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. It summoned the Exarch himself. Came known to the refugee lakes. Soon thereafter, welcomed all who sought out the spire, but the locals who had lost their homes at Berber fled their kingdom, and together they found the city where would become the Crystarian. Some thought to call him king, but he refused to share his name. But the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider him his skin trade. Scintillating skin, like the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title the Crystal Exarch. As for his journey, well, it seemed that it is a mystery and remains unsolved to this day.
It's Grahat here. Go on.
I can give you a full story about him. Udrak, It's good to see you're awake and alert, my friend. What's this about? Writing the Exarch's memoir, are you? Not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoided asking too many questions, unspoken rule, and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born. The Exarch saw to her upbringing, outward appearance aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her duly hard. That proud captain would let not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to her, she'll be at your usual post at a center gate. Kudrak, I am not told you had a welcome. A welcome surprise now, if only the Exarch were to return to us. He was taken by his rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. And so the delay has been so less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you and Carusia, Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door to the ocular chamber known as the Umbracius. This room is the heart of the tower, to which only Exarch himself is permitted. He bid me allow none to the tower once he had departed, only in that event that a army descend onto the city that I am access to Umbracius and awaken the defensive barriers. Never before had he left me such an instruction, but the battle with Raffrey looming ahead, near, and at the time I accepted it without much thought. Since then, however, the moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recalled that look on his face, he knew there was a terrible fate awaiting. Tell me, Gudra. I need to know what feared battle your companions are fighting. Forgive me. In truth, I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? see, I'm not the only one who burns for answers. Time has come to open the power's hearts. Though not sent invasion of us, I suspect the city will be in far more danger not gain the knowledge you seek. And meet me in the ocular, and I will unlock the door within.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then. By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Cid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th Umbral Calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Cid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Cid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward, 'tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The Warrior of Light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The Warrior of Light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the Warrior of Light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity and make of it a portent, a prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would, and I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
I will save, I will rescue.
should be on our way. Dacian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Did you find the answer to something? If there's a point A, I will return now. Testing. Oh, there we go. Did you find the answer you sought? If there's aught more you need, I will go and lock the door. I have a question about the Tempest. The Tempest. It is the name given to the sea by which Calusia is bound. If you mean a request to the Tempest, may well provide you with an armor to fly you over the waters, but do you mean to leave right this moment, alone? I am sure that nay, I will seek to stop you. Go with the blessing of the Shatter, and I shall await you for safe return.
Actually, I think I'm gonna stop there. I get getting very tired. Thank you for watching. This is a very short stream. I wasn't going to do it today, but I feel like I'm not going to be able to stream for until the end of Christmas. So, we'll see. But thank you for watching. And if you're watching the VOD, I stream almost every day. Almost every day. I start between 10 and 7. I started 10 at today. PM. PT. PST. Pacific Standard Time. But thank you for watching, and if you can, like and subscribe.